Nobody believe me. It was me, all by myself. I traveled all the way to Los Angeles, California, and back, 2,000 miles, all by myself. Nobody, when I first told them, they laughed at me. Ain't that right, Oliver Queen? Ain't that right?
What's not clicking? What's not clicking?
Nobody believed me. That's why I had to prove to them, prove to the world that I could do it by myself. Me, the yellow flash of the leaf. How many times are we gonna go through this? If I put my mind to something, I'm gonna do it. But let me start from the beginning. It's not one of them videos. Y'all, I went to Los Angeles, California. That's my dream city. A place I've always wanted to live. And I mean, I didn't just go for no reason. It was for WrestleMania. Alright, so I gotta start from the beginning. See, last year, it was perfect. WrestleMania 38 in Texas. Dallas, Texas. AT&T Stadium. And guess where I was stationed at? I was stationed at Fort Hood, Texas. That's perfect. It's right. It's literally right there. It's perfect opportunity for me to go to my first ever WrestleMania. But things happened. See, I was very limited to things I was able to do. And on top of that, the person I was supposed to be going with, they wanted me to pay for their ticket too. I don't know if they were just kidding and stuff, but do you know how expensive WrestleMania tickets are? So I couldn't go to WrestleMania 38. That's fine. You know what? Things happen for a reason. But then I saw that they were hosting WrestleMania 39 in Los Angeles. Los Angeles is my dream city. I've wanted to live here for years. So you got my dream event in my dream city, and y'all know I could not miss that no matter what. Like, this is the once in a lifetime opportunity. The last time WrestleMania was inside Los Angeles was WrestleMania 21 Goes Hollywood. I was like 5-6 years old when that happened. Y'all know I couldn't go then. I didn't even live inside California. And I still don't live in California. But now that I got the opportunity to, I can't let this moment pass me by. So I did it. I got tickets to WrestleMania. And that cost quite a bit. They weren't even front row tickets, but it was still a good view. I will say that. Not to mention the tickets, I also had to get my flight and stuff in my hotel. So it cost me quite a bit. But you know what? In the end, I will say 1,000% it was worth it. It was worth it. Every single second I spent in Los Angeles. So, you know, here goes today. We're going to start with day one. First off, I arrived to the airport, LAX. I ain't never been there before, but I gotta say, that airport is like, why? So I get my Uber and we go to my hotel and stuff, and I got a good view of Los Angeles on the way there. I was like, oh, it's nice. That day it was cloudy, ain't go cap. So what was that? That was the 31st of March, which is also the final SmackDown before WrestleMania in the Hall of Fame ceremony. So, you know, I didn't go to that SmackDown. I was thinking about it, but I was like, I'm already tired of stuff. So I'll just wait for stand and deliver the next day. So, which I did do. So I got up the next day, Saturday, the 1st, which is also the day of WrestleMania. I had so much to do that day. Like, that day, first thing I did was get up for a stand to deliver. It was around, this is around like 9 o'clock or whatever time in the East Coast. So it's like 1 p.m. there and like 9 o'clock here or whatever. I got dropped off in downtown LA with a bunch of fans and stuff, and hey, we was all waiting for the same thing, stand and deliver, Crypto Arena. I ain't never been to Crypto Arena. I'm the first person in my family to ever go to Staples Center. Staples Center, that place is iconic. That's literally where they hosted WrestleMania 21 Goes Hollywood. And I was there, like, so many memories of that place. That's the home of the Lakers. And I stepped foot inside of there. I did. Who would have thought? I had to pace out and plan my whole entire day. So I get there, I could only stay for like an hour, because an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I literally had a meet and greet with Bianca Belair. So I said, all right, so I didn't waste my $60. That's how much I spent on the ticket. It was like $60 for a good view. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to click here somewhere, but I was like, oh, this is nice. So I left, walked down the street to a convention center, and that's where I finally met Bianca Belair. I see these people on TV all the time. All the time. The women on TV, when you see them in real life, they look much, much smaller than they do on TV. So I'm like, wow, like, I was afraid to, like, get near. I thought I was going to hurt them. Like, and Bianca, I don't even know if she's taller than me. Look, y'all tell me for the photo here. Like, I might take a picture of it, but, like, you know, always thought I was short. But, you know, when I took a photo with her, I was like, you know, maybe I'm not so short after all. Like, okay. So I did my meet and greet Bianca with her. Oh, by the way, it was somewhat chaotic because I get there and like I didn't want to be late. I couldn't be late for anything, or I would have been like devastated. I get there and the guy's like, "You got a ticket?" I'm like, "Ticket? Like, where do I get tickets from?" So I'm spending like 15 minutes looking for tickets. Meanwhile, you know, time's running out for the meet and greet and stuff. So come to find out, you have to get inside the place to get a ticket and then wait in line. It was like, hey, I did it. Got me my photo of Bianca Belair. And y'all know the first day that came out of my mouth, you know me, I'm a Saiyan elite, you know, jeans are the first Hokage. You know, I'm not scared of nothing. But when I first met Bianca, the first word that came out of my mouth was hi. No, me, a Saiyan elite, no, I can't say hi, but I was just so stunned, but like I'm actually in the same vicinity as her. Vicinity, like that's, I didn't know what else to say. But then no, she's a very kind person, but I can't believe it. But that was my Bianca meet and greet. So I had to I went back to my hotel, got something to eat, and then it's time for WrestleMania night 1. Y'all, getting up and down SoFi Stadium was a nightmare. Oh, I was like 3 minutes late before the show began because I literally spent almost an hour looking for my seat. Like, how am I over here and my seat's over there and I follow the directions? And then at one point I actually got locked inside of SoFi Stadium, and by, I don't know how, these two workers said, "Hey, are y'all lost?" I'm like, yes, I'm lost, help me. So I finally got to my seat. And y'all, I really want to take a picture of Becky G, but she's so short. I couldn't even see her over the top rope. So I missed my photo opportunity for that, but it's fine. You know what, Becky G, you know what? So, you know, I got good photos of WrestleMania. For the first time in my life, I actually felt like photographer. Like, I actually got photos that people are still using to this day, that actually Dakota Kai and Samantha Irvin, the SmackDown Regan, they actually saw and they acknowledged it. So I was like, wow. Like, actually, you know what was crazy? I didn't see anybody else over the camera besides me. I was using this right here. This thing right here. Y'all can see, let me zoom in. These Tamron lens, hey, this right here, they be doing work. I got decent photos of night 1, you know, that I was there for the show. Like, I appreciated every single match that I saw. Like, these people that I've seen on TV for what, almost 20 years, and this is my first time seeing them in person. Some of them I already seen early this year in Roanoke, but these people that I've seen on TV for almost 20 years, and this is the first time I ever seen them in person. John Cena, I never would have imagined, especially 10 years ago, WrestleMania, when I was about, what, 5th grade? Well, not 10, but probably 15 years ago. It seems almost impossible. Though things happen for a reason. Everything happened for a reason. Last year, I honestly did not see myself come to WrestleMania. Like, forgive me, y'all, but I didn't believe in myself. Because at that point last year, this time, like, life was just, I don't know, like, it was somewhat chaotic. Like, but you know what? Skip all of that. That's from a future video. Maybe years from now, I'm going to tell y'all all about it. But, so I saw John Cena for the first time in person. It wasn't just John Cena, I see Trish Stratus. I've had a crush on Trish Stratus for like 15, 16, 17 years. 17 years, I finally see her in person. I'm glad to witness these things, like history in the making. Like, Rey Mysterio versus his son, the day after he got inducted into the Hall of Fame. And I'm glad I was able to see that person. So, you know, night 1 goes by, but there was still one more event later on the day. I had to meet my wife, Liv Morgan. I had to do it no matter what. It's one of the sole reasons why I came to Los Angeles. Not for WrestleMania, for Liv Morgan. The main event was Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus the Usos. Now, I actually managed to get a photo before I left, but I had to leave the main event pretty early, which I felt bad about, but I didn't want to put my opportunity at risk. So I left early, and dog, why the Uber fee is $70?
Where the f you going? You at work?
Why would y'all hit me with that? Los Angeles? Like, come on now. Like, why? Like, I heard the rumors, but I didn't think it was gonna happen to me. But you know what? I left early, and I still couldn't find nowhere for an Uber to come and get me that wasn't, you know, a decent price. So I ended up missing the main event, and I still wasn't gone. Like, I heard Sami Zayn, I heard his music hit, and I'm still in the parking lot. How is that even possible? But you know what? I walked like a mile, probably 2, to Crenshaw Boulevard. I heard of Crenshaw Boulevard, but this is the first time I've ever been up there to see it for myself.
My kids out there? Kenny, you embarrassing yourself. You're a black man with a Chinese restaurant on Crenshaw.
So I got up there, my Uber, she took me all the way to for like $50, I think. No, I was like, you know what? I'm running out of time. I gotta hurry up and get to the superstore to see Liv Morgan. So I drive all the way to the convention center and stuff. And dog, tell me why I get to the convention center and the security car won't let me in. They said, no, it's getting late and we not letting nobody else in. So I'm like, dog, like, how is this happening to me? I'm running out of time to meet my favorite superstar, Liv Morgan, once in a lifetime opportunity. Because I already know that once the door is closed, I won't come get back in. So I'm like, how is this happening to me? Almost couldn't find a good Uber, missed the main event, and now I'm about to miss meeting Liv Morgan. So me and these other dudes, I don't know who they were. We just found a way to the side of the building. We said, hey, somebody opened the door for us, and they let us in. Like, that's the kid that go, oh, when I find you, just, oh, why would you do that to me? Why? How could the place be closed and there's people on the inside?
Turn this on. Turn it on!
But you know what? I had a speed walk. Y'all, I don't sweat. So my body is just hot. My body is just, I'm itching and stuff. Like, I've walked so much. And I still have not found the convention center. Or I was inside of it, but I wasn't inside the WWE section. Go up some stairs and there it was. I was like, finally. And you know what? My heart was racing. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm doing all of this. I was doing all of this with the SmackDown Women's Championship. I was running around. I'm all hot and stuff. I'm like, hey, where's the convention center? I had this in my head the whole time. And, you know, like, this is just extra weight. This isn't no toy. This is a replica. This is not light. It got some weight to it, ain't gonna lie. So I get there. Luckily, the door is still open. I thought, like, they closed. I actually thought they were gonna turn me around and say, hey, no, the meet and greet's over. Like, that's another issue. Like, the meet and greet was at 10 o'clock at night. Like, come on, y'all. 10 o'clock at night, like, people, they gotta go to sleep and stuff. What y'all doing? But you know what? Things were still going on, and I waited in line for like 10 minutes. I'm like, hey, like, are they doing photos and stuff? And they said, yeah, we waiting for Liv Morgan to finish signing autographs. I'm like, signing autographs? And I look back in the back table and stuff. I've been sitting here for 10 minutes. I didn't realize that was her over there. Like, she just... So this whole time, I was like, wow, like, she was standing here the whole time. So I went to go get autograph, and like, y'all just even approach her, like, my heart racing and stuff. Like, this is genuinely one of my most favorite people in the world, and I presented her with the SmackDown Women's Championship. Here it is, and I told her everything. I told her about my Uber. I said, hey, you know what? I spent $60 on the Uber just to get here, and she was like, what? Because, you know, her accent and stuff.
We were fighting over, like, a cigarette butt, and I was like, no, it's toxic, you know? So I was like, I'm gonna feed them, and I did it anyway.
But she appreciated it and stuff, and I got it, y'all. I got it. Look at this. Look at this. Hand signed by Liv Morgan herself. In the end, it was worth it. It was worth it. All right, so that was basically night 1 or Saturday of WrestleMania. So night 2, or I guess day 2, I actually went to Wrestlecon, and dog, because of the traffic, I missed my meet and greet with Mercedes Moné and Ted DiBiase with the $1 Million Championship. It wasn't even my fault. It's LA traffic. I hate LA traffic. How do y'all live there? How? Tell me. How? I waited in line for Mercedes Moné. I was like, you know, I came here all the way, spent money on entry, $40 just to get up in here, and I already missed my photo shoot. I was like, no, I'm gonna meet her. People, they were taking photos with their cell phones and stuff. So, you know me, I was like, you know, professional photo op. And you know what I got? This is a zoom lens, by the way, so it's not really a portrait lens. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about and stuff. Like, once you get into photography and stuff, like, I also met Trinity and stuff too. Well, they actually, you know, it's crazy because the person that who also missed his photo shoot had a photo op with Trinity. So I had to be the person to take a photo of him, Mercedes, and Trinity. I was like, oh, so smile. It's just I was responsible for that. Like, they let me take a photo of them, and like, I was a photographer. Like, who else could say they were the photographer for Mercedes Moné and Trinity for 2? Like, who else could say that? So like, I'm like, wow, that actually happened. And you know, I went to my hotel, got something to eat, went for WrestleMania in night 2, and no, I was already upset that I missed the main event yesterday, because that's history making. And I was sitting there outside listening to Sami Zayn music play, but you know what? No, it's in the past. So that time I stayed there, and every single match on the card, I appreciate. That was my first time seeing the heck in the cell. That was my first time ever seeing it in person. And, you know, that was a pretty cool experience. So WrestleMania just in general was just, wow. The main match everybody wanted to see was the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. Once in a lifetime match. I even had on a Rhodes WrestleMania shirt. But deep down in my heart, it's the Tribal Chief, y'all. What do y'all expect? Y'all can't beat this man. He's untouchable. He turns your dreams into nightmares. You can't touch him. The Tribal Chief. But, man, like, that was an experience. Fireworks are really loud. That was night 1, night 2, and I had like an extra day to spare. So I went to Universal Studios Hollywood. You know, I saw a couple of other things, but I was only there for one thing. Y'all know what I was there for. Super Nintendo World. You had to be like a virtual line and stuff, and that line was packed. It was full, and they just stopped offering. I was like, come on, dog. Like, I came here all the way from Virginia. Like, give me a chance. Give me an opportunity. Like, please. And I just walked around for like an hour, got some nice photos and stuff. That's when I was like, you know what? Maybe next time I come with my family, I can get like a nice, you know, Super Nintendo World thing. That's when I checked the Universal Studios app one more time. Just, you know, out of hope. And it said they're offering the virtual queues again. I was like, yes. I ain't never typed in my information so fast because I needed that barcode. I was literally on my way out. No, at first I was gonna try to buy the Universal Express. No, they'll let you in with whatever. And that was like an extra $300. Like, no, y'all not get me, Universal Studios. I'm glad I got that virtual queue because you know what? All my energy, my chakra just went up. Boost the energy I need. I walked all the way down, got on the escalator. I'm terrified of escalators, y'all. I don't care. I'm terrified of escalators, but I still had to do what I had to do to get to Super Nintendo World. I don't know how y'all not terrified of escalators. Like, look down and it's game over. But you know what? I think I conquered that fear that day because I went through it. I went all the way down to Super Nintendo World. It's Universal Studios is like a mountain, literally. I went all the way down there. And, you know, it's all packed and stuff. But, yeah, you know what? If you ain't got a virtual reservation, hey, sorry, cuz I can't help y'all. I'm VIP. So I went there, and the experience was a dream. Like, this is, like, one of the only 2 places on planet Earth where this is available. There's Super Nintendo World Hollywood, and there's one inside Japan. And y'all already know my plans about Japan. Like, I literally had to push them aside for WrestleMania. Just knowing that I was here on one of the 2 places on Earth where this is available was like, wow, like I finally did. I seen so many YouTubers, FaZe Rug, Austin Creed, Xavier Woods. I seen them go there. I was like, yeah, I got to go there. I have to. And I didn't want to leave. I didn't get me a wristband or whatever, but I didn't want to leave without a souvenir. This is what I ended up leaving with, the Toad hat. It was worth it. Look at it. And you know what? I asked not to take the price tag off. What does it say? You can only get this one place on Earth. Super Nintendo World. Zoom in, camera, zoom in. Super Nintendo World. You know, got my Toad hat, I left, and you know what? That was my experience at Los Angeles / WrestleMania. Like, I actually got out of my comfort zone. I traveled over 2,000 miles by myself. Los Angeles is the 2nd most populated city in America. And if I can get through that, then you know what? I think I'm ready for anything. So, that was my experience at WrestleMania. I'll never forget this journey. Me with a dream, and I actually fulfilled it. I met one of my most favorite people ever lived, Morgan. Who else can say that? Anyways, thank you all for listening and stuff. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, hey, I got more stuff on the way. I really want to play more scary games. Like, I want to play more scary games, but I was scared. No, cut that out. But thank you all for listening, watching. I genuinely appreciate it. Thank you all. But yeah. Anyways, take care, everyone. Till we meet again.